PayPal link is down there, Patreon link is down there, and the link to the track, perfectly free. I mean, you don't go any place in between. You just click on the link and you should play it or download it with no problem. Hey, everybody. Got a new track here. It's the Blues in C. It's at 130 beats per minute. And I want you to go over these rootless voicings and get them stuck in your hand. Not in your head. Get them stuck in your hand, because that's where they need to be. I don't even want you to think about them. And I'm going to explain them briefly, but basically, these rootless voicings can be thought of as different chords, so why think of any chord at all? Just think of the move, all right? There's 3 moves here in this progression that I want you to get down. Before we do that, I'm going to go through the guide tones. That's the 3rd and the 7th, all right? So this is a basic thing, but this is not really what I want you to get, all right? This is C 7th, then we got F 7th, back to C, and C sharp 9, but I'm not doing it yet. F 7th, could be F sharp diminished, but let's just keep it as F7, and then we're going to do this little move. All right, that's cycle of fifths. All right, so I'm going, and this is just chromatic, all right? All right, this is where tritone substitution comes from, basically. All right, because it could go like this. Bass could change. That's why I don't want you to really think of the chords even. Not while you're playing anyway. Just think of the move. So this move is just chromatic. All right, and then we're going to do a 2-5-1, D minor, G7, and C. And we're going to do a turnaround like this. And this could be thought of as a lot of things too. It could be 1, 6, 2, 5. That's cycle of fifths stuff there. Except for the C to the A. That's not cycle of fifths. All right, right? A, D, G. But it could be this. All right. Here's the main thing I want you to get. These 3-note rootless voicings. I mean, there's a 4-note version of this too, but we're going to keep this simple and effective, and you hear these more often than you hear the 4-note versions, I think. So there's our C7, there's our F7. I got a great track to play along with too. So, right? And then we're going to go to C7 sharp 9, and look, it just moves chromatically down to F. All right? That's not one of the moves I'm talking about. Back to C, and we're going to go. All right, you see we move the guide tones down, but we keep this note the same. All right, and we move them down again. We drop a whole step here and keep that one the same. All right, and I mean, this kind of move happens in so many songs. I mean, I can't count the number of times I've heard Bill Evans do this, but, even in, Fly Me to the Moon and stuff like that, this is a useful kind of progression. All right? So it's C, F, B flat, E flat. All right? Or you could think of it as C, B, B flat, A. But I don't want you to think about that at all. I just want you to get the mechanics of the move. All right. Now you could start this anywhere. You could start it up here and just take it on down. And so I want you to be very familiar with 2 shapes. This shape, right, that you can move around, and this shape that you can move around. Usually it'll go down. And then the move, which alternates between the 2 shapes. Right. Then we're going to do a 2-5-1 in the key of C, and we're going to, for our 2 chord, we're going to do that. This is the only one that's got 4 notes in it, and then we're going to change to this. That's our 5 chord, and you probably know this: D to G, and then we're going to be back to C. All right, so that's the second move: a 2-5. A lot of times it'll just end in like a C major or a C6-9, but we're playing the blues, so it's going to be a C dominant like that. All All right, now our last move comes with the turnaround, and it's very easy to do. It's the same shape, right? The same exact shape. We're going to move up a minor third. And in this key, it's like not only is it the same musical shape, you know, it's a tritone here and a major third there, right? It's the same geographic shape, you know? You got the black key there. It won't always be this way, but, all right? And then we move it down a half step and another half step, and we're back to C. All right, let me demonstrate this with the track. I'm going to start with the guide tones first. First move. Second move, the 2-5-1, and the last move with a melody. Left out one of the chords, and you can do that. This is the one I left out, the C sharp 9. Okay, now, if you want, just play through the whole track. Just play those chords until your hand starts to remember it. And it will. Your hand has a memory too. And then when you feel perfectly comfortable with the chords, start adding a little bit of blues scale. Now, what's blues scale, you may ask? It's different things to different people. This will work through almost all of it. When you get to the 2-5-1, you might switch to this pentatonic scale. And maybe add the E flat in there. All right, it's really another blues scale that goes like, all right? But really, I don't think I even want you thinking about blues scales either. You just find a few notes that sound good. You know, little blues ideas, that's all. All right, I'm going to start the track over here and show you a little bit of that. There's some other stuff we could work on as well. We can work on the rhythm of our left hand. What can we do? 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there I'm playing 1, 2, and 3, 4, and sometimes I was doing and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. And when I was a kid, I had the hardest time learning how to do this. I finally just went something like, and I figured out, I hit the first chord on that one and the second one on that one. Going up, that's how I did it. And then, once you get the feel of it, you have to get the feel of it. And it takes a long time, do that every day for, 5 minutes or something, or do it 3 times a day for 2 minutes, or do it 10 times a day for 1 minute, and you'll absorb it, no matter how old you are. But repetition is the key. Now, you can leave out some of the chords. Like, I left out that C, 7 sharp 9 going to the F there. I just went to the F. That's okay. And in this first move, I could leave out everything, but I could leave out this and that and just go straight to that. And then our 2-5-1, you can't really leave that out. I left out one of the chords, all right? Instead of going all the way up here, I just did this one twice. All right? Now, the cool thing about moving up like this is it's easy to kind of think about C and then E flat, D, D flat. And you will hear this, jazz players playing these little 4-note things. And you don't have to analyze it. It's just a matter of transposing, basically. Now, we all want to learn how to comp better, and so that has a lot to do with rhythm as well. But let's take our basic voicings here and just start adding a note, all right? So we can add a G here. You can keep it like that too. There's our F using the same G. And I think G works on all of these. It does. But, maybe you could go something like that. But what you got to do is just mess around with it. Try to discover what works. All right. Maybe start adding 2 notes. So these chords down here lack the root and the fifth. So we could put them in back up here and we got the whole chord now. Let's see, forgot that one, all right. Now let's try this. That'll work. You could get really wild with these things too. Right? I want you to get the basic chords down so they're locked into your hand. Then it's easy to kind of, think about something that you could do differently. But if you're just trying to remember where the hell you are, you can't think of that. So know where you are by playing these chords over and over again, and then, you can take them to the next level, I guess. Thank you, everyone. PayPal link is down there, Patreon link is down there, and the link to the track, perfectly free. I mean, you don't go any place in between. You just click on the link, and you should play it or download it with no problem. Let me know if you have a problem. And thank you all for your support. I value it. I treasure it. And have a great day, everyone. Take care.